when you're choosing whether to make overseas versus in the US, another thing we really talk about a lot with clients is what kind of product are you making? Is it a commodity product? Is it something that is already out on the marketplace? So for instance, if your brand is very focused on maybe your logo image and slogans and things that you would put on a t-shirt, I would say either ordering blanks or going overseas is a really good option for you. Many factories are making t-shirts at high volumes, so therefore they can get the cost down. If you come to a person or a factory like us, we aren't focused on commodity goods. We're really focused on specialized garments, something that's different, something that you can't just go, get at a screen printer or something like that. So if there's something really special about your garment, I talked about, the way we work with you and through development, but it's also a price point thing too. If it's a special garment, you're going to want a special team developing it, and then that end consumer is going to be more willing to pay a higher price because it's something really different that's not out in the marketplace already.
Yeah, and when we say specialty, I mean that could mean maybe you're using a fabric that is not currently being used in t-shirts, or it's a new type of fabric that's not out there. A lot of other factories don't like working with fabrics they're not familiar with. So that's something we do, is a lot of really cool fabric sourcing, and can use different types of fabric to develop products that way. Or maybe this garment has a special type of function. It could be anything. Maybe it's about the fit. Maybe this fits a certain body type, or that's not out there, or anything about it that's not just something that's commodity and it's nothing that's meant to be just bought and worn a couple times and maybe never worn again.
Well, and part of it is, if you do want a t-shirt, a really nice t-shirt, for instance, because that is a basic commodity good, there are companies out there doing this already. They're making 10,000 units in China. They bring them over to the US, so they're available to people to buy and put your own logo on it and things like that. But because they can make 5,000-10,000 at a time with that efficiency of that high volume, they can get that price really low, so they can offer you a pretty low price.
Yeah.
If you were to come to us and have us make that same exact t-shirt, we would start from scratch. We would create the patterns, we would go and find a fabric, and then we would say you want 200 units, so then we would produce 200 units, and the price is going to be quite a bit higher than that t-shirt you're going to get from that company who's able to make 10,000 units because of the economy of scale. If we're only making 200, we just can't get that price down as low. So that's another reason, like when you're shopping around for a factory, you want to keep in mind what kind of goods you're making and if the factory is a good fit.
Absolutely. And a lot of those t-shirt factories have a lot of automation, so they're like cutting and sewing t-shirts like no problem. And one cool thing that I've seen more lately is the availability of blank goods made in the US. So if you want your brand still made in the US, you don't have to do it yourself. You can still get a blank, and the cost per unit will be higher than it will be from those overseas garments, but compared to manufacturing it from scratch on your own, it's much lower and faster, and there's a lot of really nice products out there.